Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Renee. Thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate y'all being here. Today I just thought I'm getting ready for work, so why not film it? So if you want to hang out, stick around. I'll be back. Alrighty, guys. So I just got my Walmart beauty box, and I got this Milani Conceal Perfect. It's a primer. So I just used this. I did do my skincare this morning as well. It feels really soft. So we'll see how the foundation goes on over it. For my palette today, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Golden palette. This is what she looks like right here. If you look on the back, you see these little holes. You can actually take out the shades and move them around if you wanted to and kind of reorganize it. It could be fun for somebody who really wants to create their own palette. You could kind of play around with the colors that are there and move them around and see if you can put them in your own cohesive little way. You know what I mean? I don't really want to do that because then I wouldn't, they wouldn't be in the same place where the right name is. So trying to remember, unless it's on the back, you know what I mean? Like if the shades have the names on the back, then you could still, know what the shade name is. I'm using my Sigma eye base in Ignite. I really like this eye base, but I have noticed that certain eye bases definitely make a difference in certain formulas of eyeshadow, because I could use this eye base and a certain brand, and when I come home, it's like not all there. You know what I mean? Like it didn't hang on all day. And some I'll come home and it'll look beautiful. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Not much I can do but a neutral look, right? But I can use different neutrals. I think I'll go in with, I'm just gonna pop it up in here. It's like the third shade on the second row. And I'm gonna dip into that, tap off my brush a little bit, and then I'm just gonna put it out here in the outer V. It's a really pretty palette. I like color, but I also really like a neutral. I have said this a lot. I just find something very elegant about a neutral look. And I just think it looks sophisticated and classy. Not that you can make color look classy too. It's just, there's just something about a neutral look for me that I really like. I tried looking at this shade a little bit more. I think it's T-E-A-K. Teak. I'm not sure what that means. Oh my gosh, I need to get my brows done again. This is a really nice brown. I'm going to do the other eye. I'll be right back. Alrighty, now that I got that laid down, I hope it's pretty even. I don't know. Sometimes it's like I don't know. It looks pretty even. I could be off, but all right, now we're going to go into what shade? Aria. I think it's Aria. It's on the top row. It's the fourth shade over. I'll pop pictures up as well. That's why I'm kind of explaining where it is so that if I can't read the name, at least I know what shade to put up. And we'll blend this out a little bit. I'm using a Singe. What brush is this? Oh my gosh, you guys, my eyes are getting really bad. Really bad. Like even with my glasses, sometimes things are a little blurry, which is crazy to me. I'm thinking when I go to the eye doctor, I think what I need to do is check into maybe getting contacts to help with distance and just have glasses for reading, I think that would like help a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's worth a try, in my opinion, to see if it helps at all with seeing things a little bit better. Because it's getting frustrating, like when I'm on the computer at work, even sometimes like I can't, like it's a little bit blurry. And so I have trifocals, which means there's like 3 different vision points to look through depending on where I'm looking or what I'm doing. So if I'm driving, I would look here. If I'm reading, I would look down here, you know, but then there's another, like it's just, I don't know. It's really difficult when you have glasses that have, you know, so many looking points depending on what you're doing. And you kind of have to, like, when you're reading, you have to find the sweet spot. And that's so freaking annoying. I can't stand it. So I really think I need to talk to my eye doctor next time that I go. And we had like a benefits fair at my work. They do it every year for open enrollment. And so I went and did a hearing test, and I guess I have some issues with one of my ears, and he said to keep an eye on it, which great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe it had something to do with, because like where the truck was parked next to the building, you have like not a highway, but a pretty busy road. So you can almost, even though you have the headphones on, you can still kind of hear the traffic. So I don't know if it was like distracting to me because I was trying to pay attention to what was in the headphones, but then you'll hear a car go by, not like maybe by the vibrations, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really hear it, but you kind of hear it because you can feel it driving by. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was trying not to get distracted by that, but it was a little bit difficult. So I'm hoping maybe that's the reason why my test result was the way it was. And he was like, have you been to any loud concerts or anything lately? And I was like, no. No, I have not been out doing anything fun. Because I've been worried about, I thought I heard something. Worried about my son, who comes back today as I'm filming this. All right, next shade I'm going to use is Varis, Varis, which is the first shade in the second row. Yes, I did take a picture of it on my phone so that I could zoom in and see what the shade name is. I'm just going to tap it like right here. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm using another Singe brush as well. I really like these brushes. Ooh, that's pretty. It's Monday, my hump day. I'm ready for my weekend already, and I've only worked 2 days. And this week's going to be interesting because there's like management training that everybody has to go with, and they're picking only certain people at a time because, you know, obviously we all can't go at the same time and not have anybody working. So they're assigning different people. So there's only 2 of us working tomorrow, Tuesday. And one of my other coworker, it's just the 2 of us working tomorrow. Well, she comes in 2 hours after, and she has to stay 2 hours later because of the time of the training. So she's only actually going to be working with me for like 3 hours. So I have to really make sure I get stuff started in the morning to get things going so that it makes my day a little bit easier, because there isn't going to be, you know, anybody else there to kind of like help me out. Hopefully I have enough leads working that day, so it won't be as bad, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes, though. That's a really pretty shade. All right, now for the inner part, what do I want to use? Maybe, what's that shade name? Cava, C-A-V-A. And that is 1, 2, 3, the 4th shade over in the 2nd row. And I'm just going to tap in a little bit, tap this off, and then we're going to press it on the inner corner. Sometimes, though, honestly, to be real with you, sometimes I like working by myself. You know what I mean? Because I can delegate certain things to people, to my leads, and that way I don't, like, I can stick to doing things in my routine, how I do it. It can be very, like, I guess it depends on who I'm working with. Like, if I'm working with somebody that works along the same work ethic as I do, then things go well, you know. But when I'm working with somebody that doesn't align with how I like to do things, it kind of is very distracting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, there's times where, like, I missed something, and so I got talked to about it. And whenever you talk to people about things, or whenever they talk to us as managers about things, they always say that it's really important to have a routine. So every day that I go in, I do things in the same way pretty much every day. And I have to stick to that routine, because if I don't, then I get off kilter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not all focused, you know, because I get distracted from being off of my routine and not doing things the same way. It's just, when I'm at work, things are different than when I'm at home. You know, when I'm at home, I'm not quite as focused as I am at work. You know, it's really weird, but I guess it's because, you know, work, it pays my bills, you know, it affords me to have a roof over my head and food, and to be able to have electricity and the basic necessities in life, to be able to have my car, you know, and insurance. So, like, my job is really important to me, and I enjoy my job, and I'm really good at my job. Like, that's the one thing that I'm, like, super confident about, is the fact that I am good at my job. Do I make mistakes sometimes? Do I miss things sometimes? Yes, because I'm only human. You know, I can't be perfect. It's just not possible. So, I'm going to use this CoverGirl Clean Invisible again. And this is the shade Ivory. I do think I need more classic ivory. I think this one's a little too light, but I can make it work. But I'm good at my job. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to get done. This is my 2nd use with this, by the way. Just so you know how many uses you can get out of one of these little samples. And honestly, it looks like I'll probably be able to get one more use out of this little sample. And then I can use the other samples as well. Like, I can mix shades. I think, honestly, I thought maybe I could only use one shade, but I think I might be able to get away with using a couple of the other shades as well, based on this one. But yeah, I take pride in my job. I take it seriously. I focus. I try to stay on task. You know, it's not like, I think some people think I'm a hard ass, and I'm not all the time anyway. But when it comes to certain things, I am, you know what I mean? Because there's just a certain way things are supposed to be done, and that's the way it's always been. And I got kind of talked to, because I was like, Because I always tell people, like, I've been here for 23 years. I know my job. And I guess I shouldn't say the length of time that I've been there, but it's the truth. I mean, I'm not lying. And like me saying that, I guess it hurts people's feelings sometimes. And I'm not trying to. It's just like I'm trying to get people to understand that this is your job. This is important. And sometimes it's okay to play around, but there's certain things that they have in place for reasons that we're supposed to take seriously. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know? Like, keeping your eyes forward and staying at your workstation because you need to be there and ready and available for anybody that might walk up. And it's hard when it's slow. I understand that. But you can converse and have conversations with other people from your workstation. You don't have to be like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a time for messing around and there's a time for being serious, and like you don't have to get mad at somebody because they're, you know, correcting you on something and asking you to do something the way that you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? Like, rules are rules. There's sometimes where they'll sometimes I have a hard time finding my words, where they'll incorporate something that I don't necessarily agree with, and I might, you know, get a little perturbed about it, but in the end, it's the rules, you know. Got to do it the way they want us to do it because they're the ones that are paying me to do the job. If it was my business, I could make my own rules, but it's not. So I have to comply with the rules that are given. And then sometimes it just takes me a while to like sit in it for a little bit and really think about it. You know, you don't always have, when something happens, you don't always have a chance to just sit in it and think about it for a minute. You have to like jump on it in the moment. So like after I have a chance to like sit and think about it, then it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I understand why they're doing that now. You know, if I really take the time to critically think about it, then it'll make sense. I shaved my face yesterday and I was trying to get right here and I cut my freaking nose, dude. It was bleeding so bad. Oh, I'm using the LYS No Limits Courage, I think it says, tan. So yeah, anyways, how are you guys doing? Fill me in. How's your life been going? All right, I have this Ofra palette and I'm going into this shade right here for my blush. I didn't use any cream today. I don't know why. Sometimes I use cream, sometimes I don't. So right now it is 5:44. So it's 8:44 where Junior is. He has to catch his bus to the airport at 12:30 and his flight is at 4:30. I messaged him yesterday because I get the emails for his flights. And so I got the email that says it was time to check in. So I messaged him and I said, you know, it's time to check in. What did I say? It's so funny, dude. And then he messaged me back like he was all irritated with me or something. I was just laughing. So I said, hey, buddy, it's time to check in. I just sent you the email. Seahawks are winning 21 zip. We killed it yesterday. But from my understanding, from what Steph told me, the Saints ain't too good this year. So I don't know if us beating them the way that we did is a good thing or it's just because they're that bad. You know what I mean? So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. And then he messaged me back and said, you understand that there's no certain time to check in because I could have no service. And then right after that, I was like, Right after that, a text comes through and says, oh, wait, I thought you meant to check in with you. Like, no, silly. Your freaking flight, man. And then I was just telling him the score for the football game. Because I don't know if he was able to watch it. So, I mean, probably not. I mean, he could maybe on his phone, but I guess they don't really have that great a service. But I did text him, was it yesterday? And it says, Sean can check for messages via satellite. What does that mean? Is that what's it called? Something link? Starlink? For, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Elon Musk. I don't know why I was having such a hard time thinking of his name. All right, so we got the blush on. Let's go in with, hold on, concealer. I've been using this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. It's kind of thick. I think I want to go try and find, there was another concealer that I seen that I wanted to try. And I think it's a drugstore one, but I can't remember. Like, I didn't write it down. It's so annoying, man. Like, I'll see something and be like, oh, I'm going to try that. And then I can't freaking remember what it is because I didn't, like, write it down. I need to, like, have a notes page in my phone where if I see something, I can add it so that it's on my list of things I want to try. Oh, you know what? I think it was when I was looking up this CoverGirl foundation. I think it was one of the CoverGirl concealers that I had noticed. And it said that it was like a thin, like smooth formula or something like that. And I was like, ooh, that sounds nice. I like this concealer. I think it's not bad. All right, so I need to powder my face a little bit. I'm going to use the Glam Light translucent setting powder. And I always do, like, I've seen Michaela do this a lot. She picks up powder on her puff and then taps it out on the back of her hand just so that you don't have a lot. And because I'm older and I don't want cakiness, I got to be careful not to, like, bake. I've never really tried to bake, so I don't know, like, how bad it truly would be if I tried it. I guess I could, like, give it a try, like, on a day I'm not working and see how it, I don't know, see how it turns out. I'm not really oily, so I don't feel like I need, like, a lot of powder. All right, powdered down. So now let's bring a little life back into the face, and I'm going to use my No Filter Setting Mist from ColourPop. I finally got myself a fan from Amazon. I'm so excited to have this so that I can just, and if I have a hot flash, this is way better than fanning my face with a fan. Like, I still have this one right here, but this is so nice. It's just got a charging port right there. And my desk over here has, like, the little USB things in it, so I can charge it right here. It seems like the battery lasts a while, though. I think I need a little bit more blush. All right, I'm going to take my foundation brush and just go around a little bit and just kind of tap it down. Hopefully this looks okay and it's not... I really need to figure out these freaking lights, man. All right, now I need to do my brows. So I'm going to use, where is it? This is Space Blue. I got it in a ice cream beauty box. It's got a little spoolie on one side. I'm not sure what shade this is because it didn't really come with a shade name. It just came with a number. I think it was it 02, I want to say? if I remember correctly. And it's super thin, you know, really small. So it makes it, I don't know, easier for me. And I just kind of, this is how I do my brows. I just kind of draw a line and I try to stay as close to my natural brow as I possibly can. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing this right, but I just try to go along where that brow line is to the end and then kind of spoolie it through a little bit, blend it out, and then try to go in and just fill it in a little bit. And then I try to get like right up in the front here. Just kind of, because it's like I don't have a lot up front there. So I feel like I have to make it more even. I don't know if that's right, but I feel like sometimes it just looks really good and sometimes not so much. Like, I mean, that's okay, right? And then it's like angled. Is it supposed to be like that? I thought I did a straight line, but maybe not. All right, I'm gonna do the other brow the same way, and we'll see how it comes out. Well, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna take this highlighter. This is a Farrah highlighter. I got this from Busy Beauty, Steph. Zara, I think it's the shade. And I'm just gonna use my highlighter brush, tap it off a little bit, and we're gonna blend it on the brow bone with the eyeshadow just to kind of blend things out a little bit. I think that looks pretty. I think I might have got too much. Oh well. I can always blend it out a little bit more. I'm going to go back into this eyeshadow brush and just kind of use what's left and tap it to kind of bring back that shade a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take my Lunar Beauty brush, which I love, and I'm going to go into that, did I say it was teak or something? The middle shade in the second row. And we're going to put that on the lower lash line. I love this brush for the lower lash line. I think it works perfectly. What time is it? Almost 6 o'clock. I gotta leave in like 40 minutes, so I should be good to go. People are always like, why do you get up so early? Because I like to do this. I like to take my time. When I'm not filming, I'm watching other creators. I'm watching my friends, trying to catch up with them, what they're doing, and I really enjoy watching YouTube videos. I really do. My screen time is crazy. Because I do like TikTok too on occasion. There's some really good creators over there as well. Sometimes I wish they made longer form videos. You know, although on TikTok you can do up to 10 minutes. Sometimes I can do that and sometimes I can't. You know, it just depends on what I'm doing. What did I just do with that brush? There it is. Sometimes I can keep my videos short, and sometimes if I'm talking too much, my videos can go a lot longer. Like RBSG. This one I did for September. Yeah, I was talking way too much, and we're supposed to keep the videos at around 15 minutes. Well, that didn't happen with this last one, so it is what it is. All right, I think that looks all right. Now, inner corner. I think we're going to go in with, I can't read it. I think it's the shiny background that kind of throws me off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so shiny. Aura. Yeah, aura. We're going to put that. Or maybe we'll go in with fizzy. Fizzy is on the top row, the last one. Let's go with that one. It's kind of gold. Well, everything in here is gold. That's why it's called the golden palette. Oh, I'm so retarded sometimes. Sometimes words just come out of my mouth before I have a chance to think about what I'm going to say. Which really screws me up sometimes, you know? I really need to take time. But, like, sometimes when you're kind of thrown off, like, you just kind of jump the gun. And that's my thing, is usually, especially if somebody, like, comes after me and I know they're coming after me, like, it makes me super, I don't know, I get into protection mode. Like, I need to stand up for myself. And sometimes what I say isn't, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't come across the way that it should or how I meant it to, because I didn't articulate my words very well, because I just kind of got thrown off, you know? And it's like, especially when you know why somebody's saying what they're saying, you know, like they're assuming something about you. I talked about this before. I can't stand it when people assume. And I know I'm guilty of it too, but like I try after, you know, because I'll realize what I'm doing. And so I'll stop and I'll really think about it and be like, yeah, that wasn't. Stop being so judgy, Renee. Stop being so judgy. Because you don't know that person well enough to make that kind of assumption about them. You know, you give them the benefit of the doubt. I've always done that. You know, I might make an assumption, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And if you show me who you really are after everything that I've been through, that's it, man. Like, but even then, like if I like somebody, it's hard. It's hard because it's like I don't really not like anybody. I get irritated with certain people and don't get like agree with certain things, but I don't like hate anybody. I just don't have that in my heart. You know, and then when somebody treats me a certain way, I'm like, what did I do to make somebody think that or not like me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. There's this one person not affiliated with YouTube that, like, I know they don't like me because there's just a certain way they act around me and a certain way that they treat me. And I know. I used this diamond mascara mineral wear from Physician Formula. I got it in my Walmart beauty box. But I know they don't like me because I've seen it. You know what I mean? I was at a Christmas party one time, and we were all hanging out, and I remember walking from one room to another with everybody, and I looked over, and this person was, I've never seen such hate in somebody's eyes as I did that day. Like, it floored me the way this person looked at me. Like, I mean, when you see complete disgust, disdain, like, in somebody's face, like, I have never done anything to warrant somebody looking at me like that. And that's when I knew. I was like, all right, she don't like me at all. That's crazy, because I've never done anything to have somebody not to look at me like that. Like, that's crazy, man. That absolutely crazy. And this person, like, doesn't know me well enough to know anything about me to look at me like that. I was so confused. So absolutely confused at why somebody could look at, you know, that it was the kind of look that you give to somebody that like beat somebody up or something, you know, not like it was just like, even to think about it now, wow, man, like how much hate do you have in your heart to be like that? It's crazy. All right, this is Came to Play, P. Louise. It's a little lip liner, and I'm going to use this. It's a pretty lip liner. That's one of the ones I use the most. Oh, I almost forgot this benefit. I usually always take this little brush and brush it through the brows a little bit. My son doesn't come until 10 o'clock tonight, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to go get my nails done after work today. I'm going to use Devil's Book, and I'll probably stop by Safeway and get some tea because he's out of tea. I love this Nomad Libby. And I've seen the little teaser of their new palette, and it looks exciting. And it's fun listening to everybody try and figure out what the location is, you know? All right. I think that's everything. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to go ahead and bid you adieu and finish getting ready for work. I hope you all... I need to wake up. I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. I hope you all take care and stay safe. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff, I hope you'll join the family. We try to do a lot of different things on this channel, mix it up, do a little something for everybody. I hope you'll subscribe to Nene's Glee Squad. We would love to have you a part of the family. Make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Say hi. And let me know. What do you think of the look? Is it looking all right? Maybe I should try a little bit more setting spray. There we go. See you guys later. Bye.